that with JDG playing with range and how they're able to play these team fights so slowly, that is their best quality of life. And I still think if you don't get your hands instantly onto the enemy carries with this Malphite, then it's going to be a little bit tough because the Shy is playing Malphite, and I believe he's played it once in spring. And
well, I don't know if they've seen him just yet. They will know that Kanavi is here, so they're going to look for a full kind of engage. The Shy is moving up. Kanavi not going to be there in time, and first blood goes over to Weibo. Now Kanavi needs to just walk away. Really good time.
But I'm surprised Kanavi is consistently trying to help out 369 in this top lane.
Yeah, they're going to look for the Shy. He has already used his ultimate there. Does have the flash available to him. The all-out has already been used, and they're still kind of going in on top of this, but they've been able to catch 369 underneath the tower. Not quite able to do anything whatsoever. Now Kanavi trying to run away. You're waiting for that seismic shard, but I actually just noticed there's 0 points in the queue there for the Malphite for the Shy, but it does not matter because he's able
just have to gank him. That's what happened throughout the entire spring. You have to gank him. He's on something like the Malphite and Ruler. He's about to get ganked.
I mean, he's about to get killed is the actual answer to that one there, because there's just nowhere for him to go. The wall growth was already used. He keeps his flash, which I think is the correct decision.
They're having a very comfortable series.
I mean, Xiaohu goes bop. So this is a free tower in mid lane, which means that even though a lot of the priority from Weibo has gone towards that top side, they're still going to have... He leaves with absolutely nothing. And that's going to be more and more pressure coming out here. They get a tower on that bot side there for JDG, as they're already 4,500 away. It's just a bit, as you said, look, you know, the early game has been fantastic for Weibo. Now we get into the 5v5s, but they're picking and choosing their targets very nicely. For that, they're going to get themselves a free tier 2 in that mid lane, and just little by little happy to scale up for the moment, but it does mean that Soul Point gets half hit as Kanavi gets bursted down quite a bit. They get the ultimate out of him as well. No commitment of the ult here from the Shy. As I say that, immediately they're going to go for it. That's going to be a flash hit. Missing now longer has his ultimate, and this is just pulling the trigger. Easy as you like. Kanavi shall die. They'll take the blast going over the side, and JDG have no jungler and no support for this Baron contest.
Pockets, it is insanely hard to come back from this game state, but I think Weibo, I mean, as a debut onto Weibo Gaming, extremely nice initiative.
Difficult enough though for the side of Weibo. They're all fairly short range, but you don't have that Calorum gun for light. He needs to be careful when he steps up.
Miller still has the ultimate available. This is dead.
Sorry! They just killed him. There's nothing else to be done. He's just straight up dead. And now 369 trying to take a 1v1 with the Shy, who just kind of ults away. Yes, you'll be able to drag him back, but he's got himself so much armor. It's so difficult to burn through him. Now, finally, they'll try and take him out. We'll see him die to Ruler, who gets himself reset. 369 has to flash away, though. That Scatter the Weak lands on Tonight, who just wasn't expecting it. Flash away, an oncoming light who was ready to laser him down. Green and white, he's got the range, he's got the damage, and honestly that wouldn't kill. It's going to lead to so much in favor. As you can see, Xiaohu using his initiative and saying, hang on, I don't believe you've left yet. And now he can start to put down the hurt on the 369. He's not going to be able to finish him off just as quickly as he'd like, because there's plenty of dashes and crashes available for 369, but my god, is it going to be so difficult for him to be able to get out of this. He should actually be able to get out alive, all said and done.
One just gets instantly one-shot, but JDG, it does really seem like this is going to be their last fight in the next 50 seconds, because if the enemy has the Hex Stole, then how do you really escape?
Yeah, well, the Shy is going to ult Kanavi kind of with him over the wall, and then they can just start putting work into him. You can see there Knight try to take away a ward, but now Xiaohu's already here, puts down a Scatter of the Weak that hits absolutely no one. Kanavi is the first one to die. It's 5v4 in favor of Weibo. 369 trying to be a tanky boy in this front line as he finally takes away the Aphelios, but he's got backup, he's got friends. Scatter of the Weak lands there onto Ruler, which means he doesn't really have anyone to kind of go back onto this. The Gale Force to finish off 369. TP from right on top of Ruler. Knight is dead. Weibo came to play, and they want a piece of that MSI pie. They want to take them all down, and they will. It's a 5-0, and in 26 minutes, JDG will get a rounding welcome back to the LPL and slapped down in game 1 by Weibo.
And this is the Weibo that everyone expected, and they are definitely showing up on day 1 and game 1 for them in the summer split.
It the crowd screaming. They're pretty damn happy because guess what? They just took down the MSI champion in that game. Nobody think, look, we don't really need a full tank. We've got the Nami. We can get ourselves some big skirmishes going for us. An immediate lock-in of the Ari there from Weibo as he looked to try and just get this kind of game going. They're feeling the momentum right now.
Yeah, we saw this exact matchup being played earlier from the previous series. Yeah. At the very end, we do have 2 summoners for 1 trade, so it's not too terrible for the side of JDG. They do need to stay for that bottom wave, but it looks like another 2v2 in top lane.
It's a flash, and now 369 has nowhere to go. He uses Leap Strike, he used everything. He's going to have it back just for a second. The Shy needs the flash, and he gets it. And that's going to be a beautiful kill on that top side. 369 is getting owned right now. Kanavi, will he go down? One more bonk from Weiwei would have been enough. But he doesn't. Pressure mid means that Kanavi feels confident to go for this fight in the Dragon Pit. No bubble available there for missing now. Means that Weiwei might feel like he can go for a little bit of a move, and it's exactly what he's going to go for. They're going to get themselves a lot of damage there, straight onto the Nami, and she is dead. They'll trade the Dragon for it, but Weibo still being proactive. And that's just going to be a move backwards there, but Kanavi might have to flash here as Crispy. Support will combat Lulu!
Oh my god!
Chris getting himself a kill, and that's definitely more worth it for Weibo.
For now, Xiaohu has the Zhonya's available, or at least stopwatch, so Knight has to be careful with who he uses his burst on.
It's a Gale Force though. Oh, that Cyclone is fantastic to stop him from getting onto the backside, but you gotta watch out for Ruler. He's up on this Lucian and has plenty of damage. They will take out Knight. Kanavi is dead as well. The resets will come out here from Xiaohu if he can just get one more kill, and he will. Oh, the Flash Charm was way wide, but they want to kill off Ruler anyway. It's just Xiaohu versus Ruler. Will not be able to get more damage off the Orb of Deception, and the Charm is still a ways away, but it is a 6-0 Weibo. They get the Dragon, and they have control over this game. And what happened in top? 369 took a 1v1.
At least JDG got that solo kill in the top lane, but Light is having an amazing series on this Aphelios. The 2-0 is coming out of Light. He just uses spacing perfectly, and Ruler wasn't able to get onto the enemy carry. And I think it is just such a tough fight to take. But we have to take another look at what happened in top lane. The Shy is very and he's really good dodge from 369 on that Q, and I guess he just kind of gets dove here as the Shy thought he could maybe outplay this. I'm not too sure what he was thinking here.
That was go back, you know you're not needed. Oh my god, missing! Almost dead, and almost certainly will be going down to one more Spirit Rush. And shouts that one up very, very gladly, and this is starting to get shaky.
For not having that flash available TP from 369.
They're looking for a Charm, goes wide. Light gets knocked up and taken out. He will be assassinated, as will Weiwei. And now the Shy is in the wrong place at the wrong time. Will have to scurry himself.
Of course, Weiwei, which will result in a Rift Herald, and that is exactly what you want to look for. Getting your hands onto the carry as I think patch 13.10, all the damage items are extremely overtuned. You have Youmu's, you have Storm Razor. I personally think Imperial is also very strong as well. Flash from 369.
369 gotta get jumping onto the Shy, and the 1 and 2 Scion shall continue forward. But now
become a huge problem. Oh,
that's a little bit of damage. They're gonna try and burst out Light, but should just be fine using that little bit of a minion wave to secure him. Wave is pushing in favor of them, but that Dragon is going over. That's Weibo now with their second Drake of the game.
369 is now level 14 and pressuring this bottom side as it just kind of feels like Weibo Gaming lost.
Alive, he's getting taken so low. One more bonk. He will not get him because he went onto the clone, but look what's happening. 369 is ending the game.
Kanavi was getting held up by the Shy in the mid lane, so ended up not. Oh, another pick on tonight.
They're going to try and go for him. They need to try and kill him off. That's the topic of today. Can you kill the Nico? The answer is yes. Well, themselves kind of able to pick this one up here. That's sole point. You haven't lost an inhibitor as of yet. I mean, it's not a bad can really happen. Decent cover up after the back end of it, but that top or mid lane turret shall be taken down. Now 369.
Yeah, 369 does have a really nice TP ward on the left.
He does, but can he get to it? That's the question, because he will have a Scion there. Half HP now onto the Baron, as we can see now. 369 going for it. Baron's gone. That's confirmed. That's taken now by the side of Weibo as they look to try and maybe take the fight afterwards. There's the Pop Blossom to try and keep Knight alive. He will have to fall down just after it, though. 369 will get himself an inhibitor, but he loses the Baron and his flash.
Light had the white and green, so they just instantly rushed it. You didn't even see a TP coming out of the JDG. You couldn't really TP as 369 as the really trying to get something done when you're facing up against
the
the
damage! Ruler almost gets 100 to 0. He flashes immediately. Weibo trying to jump down onto the Nami, but he may have gone a little bit too far. Jack's forced to TP to defend the mid lane.
Well, making that mistake, over-committing into the enemy base. He did burn flash from Ruler though, so that could be an angle for Xiaohu.
Light's coming in. Kanavi's a little bit separated. He flashes away, but now Light has to flash himself. He's got so much damage on top of him. Can they keep him alive? Yes, they can. The wild growth is huge. Kanavi goes golden. Knight tries to find him, and Knight does. Crisp now next on the chopping block as the GA does get popped. He needs to get Knight coming back from the dead, and he does just that. That is huge from the Weibo AD carry, and they're not done just yet. Kanavi will be the next one to fall, and Weibo found themselves an opportunity even though they were 5v4.
That was a 4v5 like you said, Urshin, but Knight landing a 3-man ultimate doesn't mean anything. With that G available in Light as well for the item slots, it does seem like Weibo Gaming gonna take this series away with a clean 2-0 to start off summer.
I mean, great moves here from the side of Weibo Gaming. It looked like JDG may bring this one back from the brink, but it was close, but not close enough. And great macro calls coming out from the side of Weibo Gaming. Give them a 2-0 over the MSI 2023 champions.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think Weiwei being introduced to this Weibo roster is definitely a net positive as